So I want you to look at your physical environment, okay? And then we're going to slowly go through one room at a time, and this is what you're going to do, okay? If you're really brave, you can take a week off and make your vacation going through every room in your house and doing this, okay? But we're gonna go for one room at a time, and again, you have got to put down a date that you will do this. I will do my office between April 7th and April 14th. Whatever that is, you know, give it the date. Okay. What you're going to do is you're going to do 3 piles for every room. Okay. Pile in one. And I highly suggest you get someone to do this with you and someone who is a tosser. Okay. There's the tossers and the savers. Okay. If you're a saver, you need a tosser. Okay. If you're a tosser, go for it. All right. So I want you to get one pile. Absolutely, I can give this away. Then your second pile is the maybe pile. And your third pile is definitely need to keep this. Right. The definitely need to keep it is fine. Unless 90% of your stuff lands up in the definitely keep it pile, then you need a tosser to go through it with you. All right. The great thing now is we don't need to keep tons of stuff because there's so much on the internet. Yes, I understand we need to keep our taxes information for 7 years, but you don't need to keep everything from every job that you've ever had. You know, get somebody who can go, really? Who will question your integrity of what you need to keep, okay? And then have somewhere you're giving the stuff to. Give it, you know, to the Salvation Army, give it to the Cancer Society, give it to, you know, Chrysalis or whatever it is in your town that will dress people who are getting back into the job market. Whatever it pertains to, whatever you're giving away. There's so many places we can give things to, and some of them will actually give you a tax credit that you can use as a tax write-off. How fabulous would that be? As you know, so much better getting a tax write-off than spending hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars every month to have storage units or fill your garage, right? I was talking about on the radio today the difference between the energy efficiency in London and England as opposed to the US. And it has to do with several things. Public transportation, smaller living situations, and the fact that they don't have air conditioning, they use fans in the summer. And, you know, just all of those things that we really don't want to do. It's like, oh, no, we can't give this away. So get a tosser. You need to make friends with a tosser. And you all know who you have that's a tosser. I have this one woman when I move. She's relentless. She just comes in and she goes, really? You need 2 copies of this book? I don't think so. And I gave away 3 big garbage bags of books. I gave them to, you know, this wonderful metaphysical bookstore, their used book department, and somebody benefited from my huge garbage bags of books. You know, I didn't have the same amount of space in my house that I had in my duplex. It was like quite a bit bigger. So the good news is, got to get rid of stuff. All right, so you're going to do this methodically, room by room, those 3 sections, the keep, the maybe, and the yes, give it away. And then you're going to have somebody else go through the maybe pile with you. Okay. Now, you just think of who you can benefit by this, and you bless the people that are going to get your stuff, that you recycle it. Because the truth is, as human beings, we need to understand about our energy. We talk about, you know, recycle, reuse, you know, regenerate, release, whatever it is with stuff. But think about us and our own energy. If you actually see what it is that you can reuse, fabulous. What you recycle means put it out into the greater world and let that stuff cycle so less people have to buy new stuff. They can buy your stuff. That's probably really good. And you can bless them with that. You're sharing that, right? And then you'll find that as you release this stuff, you've got more energy. You have more space, more physical, more psychic, more spiritual space to be able to rejuvenate yourself, which is the whole key of this, okay? And then there's a huge one. Under your bed, nothing under your bed. I remember when the first person I had feng shuied my bed, and they were my house, and they were like, look what you have under your bed. I had stacks of magazines. I can't remember what else I had, but I had a lot of stuff. Under my bed was a huge storage area. They were like, no. Because what happens is you're sleeping on that. Do you really want to be sleeping on all of that stuff? A friend of mine was even worse. He kept his gun under the bed. And, worse than that, it was loaded and pointed towards his girlfriend. Okay? Somebody came in, they were like, huh, y'all, do you know this is happening? And they were having terrible time in their relationship, fighting all the time. He's trying to kill her every night. You know, I mean, not consciously, but this gun, a loaded gun was pointed to her head every night. So you think about it, get rid of what's under your bed so that you have that clear energy. And use your iPod, play chanting music or Mozart or something that's really can encompass you and allow your sleep to be wonderful and deep while you sleep, okay? But we gotta get rid of the crap in our lives. If you ever want to get your essence back, debunk it all. Just, could you imagine if we let somebody else go through our houses and get rid of all the stuff that wasn't functional? When we came back, we'd probably freak. Okay, but I needed that. I could use that. I could, well, if you could, I have a year. I have a 1-year rule. Okay, if it's in my closet and I haven't worn it for a year, no matter how much I like it, it has to go. Now I can give it to somebody else. I don't have to I can give it to my cleaning lady. I can give it to someone I really like, someone I think look good on. I went through my closets recently and I gave a friend of mine who has tons of stuff. She didn't need any more stuff, but I just thought this would look really good on her. I gave her a few silk pieces that I had. She goes, why are you giving this away? I said, because I haven't worn it. I haven't worn it in like a year and a half. I have a rule. If I don't wear it in that time frame, got to give it away. Now this is a little more challenging for people. I know there's people that have, every size from 6 to 14 or 16 in their closets, and they're like, but I'm going to get back to a 6, Well, you're probably not going to want those clothes when you get back there anyway. So start letting stuff go, okay? Keep a couple of things in every size if you think you have to, but you don't need an entire wardrobe in every size you've ever been. Okay, be real about where you are and be real about where you'll probably get to, and then let go of the rest.